Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the last video, I showcased my Rasengan and all the incredible new features that I'm adding to it for the full release of Blade and Sorcery. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but what I'm going to show you today is the upgraded Rasen Shuriken and all the damage it can do. So let's get started. And to begin, why don't we spawn in a couple of these guys, because this is going to be a very fun video. Okay, so obviously with our Rasengan, we do knockback and it can do all sorts of stuff. Now it can actually shoot out projectiles. That's cool. But what we're gonna do, select the Rasen Shuriken, and you guys see that? So I actually gave it a growing animation this time, and now it follows the rotation of our hand properly. And I gotta say, I think it looks fantastic. Hold on, let me do this from another view. You guys ready? Dual Rasen Shurikens, growing animations, slightly new particles. Wow. Okay. Alright, back to this. Okay. So, obviously, the new Rasen Shuriken, what it does, knocks enemies back like normal. You guys already know that. It's very cool. Oh, he got knocked down too. Great. Other cool thing you can do, obviously, Rasen Shuriken knocks back enemies, explodes them, leaves a little bit of fire where it exploded. Cool. But here are all the cool features of it, aside from the obvious. So for one, if you imbue it with fire, we get our Lava Rasen Shuriken. Particles have been updated, and I gotta say, I think it looks fantastic. Obviously, you throw it, boom, fire explosion, very cool. And why don't we get a couple more guys, just so I can keep showing. Alright, you guys have seen that. Well, now let's select the Renegon. So if we imbue it, we now have our Tailed Beast Rasen Shuriken, which is slightly different than the Super Mini Tailed Beast Bomb, but overall they look pretty much the same when it's all said and done with. So just for your reference, this is what the Super Mini Tailed Beast Bomb does. It's a much smaller version, and handheld. Obviously you can knock back. In this one, you can also throw it as a projectile to explode and knock them back. Although maybe I need to decrease the radius just a little. But anyways, with our Rasen Shuriken, we have our Tailed Beast Rasen Shuriken. We can throw it, and bam, it explodes. Honestly, that's super cool. It's probably my favorite of the bunch. I just love the way that the particles look and everything. Now, I know how much you guys hated merging the Amaterasu with the Rasen Shuriken, but just wait. Now, all you need to do is imbue it, and now we get Naruto and Sasuke's Amaterasu Rasen Shuriken. I forget what it's called. Can you guys let me know in the comment section? But aside from that, this... Okay, I lied. This is definitely my favorite of the bunch. I just love the way that it looks. I love the black and white, and then, of course, if you release the Amaterasu, you can light the enemies on black fire. Pretty cool. But, of course, whenever you imbue something, it also has all the abilities of it. So, let's say you imbue this Amaterasu Rasen Shuriken, you hit an enemy. Well, the enemy gets lit on black fire, and then, obviously, you can throw it, it explodes. Now, I'm not sure if I still plan on having the Amaterasu Rasen Shuriken, the explosion, make enemies light on black fire too. So if you guys want me to do that, just let me know in the comments, message me in the Discord. I'd be happy to add that. I think it'd be fun to do, so I might do it anyways, but let me know. And as always, you can get a link to this mod on virtualrealitygaming.tech down in the description. But there's more. So with the Rasen Shuriken, one thing I do need to do is update the particles a bit and make it even bigger. So my goal was to make this a merge. And I'm guessing I need to rotate these particles now. So that's a good thing that I'm recording this video. What I need to do is make this a giant Rasen Shuriken. Now, just like with the Rasengan, we have the Odama Rasengan, or the giant Rasengan. There is a version of the Rasen Shuriken as well that has a giant version. So I'm going to be adding that, and I'm eventually going to make it so when you merge it right here, it'll automatically grow up above your head. So then you can just slam it down and have it be a huge explosion, probably in the same size as the Rasen Ringu, which I'm getting to right now. So if we merge our lovely new Rasengan with our lovely new Rasen Shuriken, we get the incredibly overpowered Rasen Ringu, which obviously I gotta say, I think it looks incredible. It's like a orbiting planet within our hands. And this one, I'm gonna change the view. So once again, Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken, you merge together, we get this lovely Rasen Ringu. And if we want to rotate real quick, I'll show you guys what happens. You ready? And boom. It absolutely demolishes everybody and everything in its radius. And the cool feature about it is I did upgrade it, so now when it shoots out, it doesn't shoot out this charge animation. It shoots out a fully grown Rasen Ringu, which absolutely demolishes and destroys everything in its path. And just to prove to you how overpowered it is, I have an army of guys right here, and just to prove to you all how overpowered it is, with my trusty army of guys right here, that worked even better than I expected. Oh yeah, and now let's get to all of our customizations. So, for one, we can customize how far the Rasen Shuriken explosion knocks back enemies, the explosion force of the Rasen Ringu, the radius of the Rasen Ringu, explosion radius of the Rasen Shuriken, and we have this knockback multiplier. So obviously, when we're holding the Rasen Shuriken, if we increase this, and when tapping them, they get knocked back more than they were before. And last but not least, one I'm not going to show on this video, we have Dismember on Explosion, which, if we check it off, any enemy caught in the vicinity will get shredded to smithereens. Every single limb. So that includes, we have the hands, elbows, shoulders, head, neck, feet, and legs, and torso. Everything all together. But I think that's it. So if you guys like this mod, you like the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out the channel a ton. Thanks for watching.